Now while I'm talking, why don't you go ahead and open up Excel and set up a spreadsheet like you see right here. I'm going to explain a little bit about Excel 2007. So Excel is divided up just like Office, the rest of the Office 2007 products are, where it now has the Office button instead of the File menu. And these are called tabs. And each tab has groups. So this is the font group, this is the alignment group. And this Home tab was set up with what Microsoft feels like you will use the most frequently. Up here, this is called your Quick Access Toolbar. If you would like to add things to your Quick Access Toolbar, you can pull down a little arrow here, and you can click on things to add them to your toolbar. You can also go down to More Commands and rearrange them. So for instance, I want New to be first, so I'd click on it and move up. And then you might do Open next. And then I've got Save, Undo, Redo. And if there were other things you used, these are the popular commands, but you can even pull this down and say All Commands, and then see the endless number of commands that you can add. Now when you add these, they have to be per Office product, per user, per computer. So if someone else logs onto this machine, it's not going to put this on there for them. This is my ribbon. This is my Quick Access Toolbar, and this only is for Microsoft Excel. If I want it on Word, I have to go add it to Word. But I hit OK, and now you'll see my Quick Access Toolbar has been changed. So again, this was the Office button. It has New, Open, Save, and Save As, and whenever you hover over anything that has one of these arrows, you have the option to save as a bunch of things, or you can always go to other formats, pull this down, and then you have a ton of options. You have Print, Print Preview, Quick Print. The Prepare tab has a compatibility checker, so if you were opening something that's in 2003 or earlier, it will check for you. It also allows you to see the properties of that workbook. So here you could change the author to be your name, give it a title, subject, keywords, if you so choose. The Prepare tab also, or area here, also lets you inspect the document for hidden things, or encrypt, restrict permissions, add signatures, etc. Send would allow you to send it directly to an email, so you don't have to go to email, open up, and navigate for your item, or you could email it right as a PDF. Publish has some other things to it. And then there's this area, which these are your recent documents. Were you to click on any of these thumbtacks, it would pin that recent document to this area so that it won't fall off. It actually will do by default, I believe, 17. You can change that by going to the Excel options here, and you're going to have tons of different options. These are some of the most common. You can change the default font and font size that happens whenever you open Excel. Things about formulas, so if you wanted to manually calculate your formulas, you could. Proofreading, so if you need to change your name and add your name to the dictionary, or you hate the autocorrect options, you can change them. Saving options, so you could actually have all of your files default to save as the old version if you wish. Now, something to note about saving as a .xls, which was the 97 to 2003 version, as opposed to the .xlsx version, is that this version is further compressed. The new version compresses the file size far more, and so whenever you have saved the same exact document or the same exact Excel spreadsheet or PowerPoint in the new version, you're going to see that file size dramatically decrease. This also has the option for you to go and change a bunch of things about printing. Here's where you could change the number of recent documents to display. Talks about default units for rulers, so you could do inches versus centimeters versus millimeters. There's customizing. So again, you could change your quick access toolbar here. Add-ins, if you have anything going on from online. The Trust Center, which is about macros and how to change that. And some resources. Now, a lot of people like the screen tips. If you hold your mouse over something, the thing that pops up is a screen tip. So it explains what this does. You'll see it says press F1 for more information down at the bottom of this box, or it has that little blue question mark. That's your help center. To access help, you can always click F1, or you could go up here to the top right and click on this blue question mark, and it will go to Microsoft Office Online to help you get help. It's a great resource. Please use it. Again, you have to be connected to online though. And down here in the bottom right, you have this great zoom bar. It makes it really incredibly easy to zoom in and out on your worksheets. And this works in Office, Word, PowerPoint. A lot of them have it. So as you can see, as I'm clicking it, it's zooming in on my spreadsheet here. I could zoom out and make things way smaller, so if you have a ton of different things, it would zoom in or zoom out. And as I have this zoomed out, you'll see that these all have number signs now in my Excel workbook. Whenever you see a bunch of number signs, that means that your column is not big enough to display the contents. If you were to double click in between the different columns, it would widen the best fit, so then you would be able to see that date. That does not mean that there's a big problem, it just means that you need to widen your columns. So I'm zooming back in. If you like keyboard shortcuts, you can hit the Alt key and see some extra keyboard shortcuts pop up. They'll stay with you. So if I were to hit F now, it pops up that Office button, and now you can even see that there's an N, an O, an S, an A. So it's allowing me the information, it's giving me the information in order to continue using those keyboard shortcuts, which might just be really helpful if you're using a laptop and you don't like using the scroll pad. I'm going to hit X to exit. And I actually don't want to exit, but you'll notice that it showed me how I could exit Excel completely. I'm going to hit cancel. A lot of people like to reinvent the wheel because they don't know that they don't have to reinvent the wheel. When you're talking about needing like a budget spreadsheet or something, I always suggest that you go to the Office button, hit New, and search Microsoft Office online to see if there's a pre-made template for what you're looking for. So if I were to type in budget here and hit enter, it searches online and it's going to come up with this huge list of things that have been documented as budget. If I click on this one, you'll get a preview on the right hand side, generally speaking, and then you'd be able to download the content. Also, the developer tab is actually a really useful tab if you're a person who deals with macros, creating them or using them, but it doesn't default to be one of the tabs showing. You do need to go to your Excel options and click show developer tab in the ribbon to be able to see that. Hopefully you have finished typing in this information into the spreadsheet. If not, go ahead and pause this. Continue to type it in, and then when you're ready, we'll start working with this, so you'll go to my next video.